Hello and welcome to Global Market Bulletin TV. We'd like to introduce our guest, Frank Ingrande. He is the president of International Land Alliance, a Mexico vacation property investment firm based in San Diego, California. The company trades under the ticker symbol OTCQB ILAL. Well, it's great to have you with us, Frank.
Oh, thanks for having me today.
So first, can you please introduce yourself and tell us a bit more about International Land Alliance and your work as an international land investment and development firm?
Okay, yes, I've been involved in real estate in Northern Baja California for over 20 years. For the last 14 years with one of our minority interest subsidiaries, Rancho Costa Verde. And about a little bit over a year ago, International Land Alliance acquired 25% of our organization in development and brought me on as president of International Land Alliance at that time. And I've been working with them since. And we have four developments in total in the Northern Baja California area that we're working on right now.
Wow. Well, recently you announced the launch of a new short-term vacation rental program for homeowners at your Rancho Costa Verde development. And can you give us an update regarding that information and any executive commentary regarding the news?
Sure, that's something that's been happening for quite some time. In actuality, we've been renting homeowners now that we have a community of coming up on 100 homes now. Some people are there full time, and some people are part time. Some have use them as getaways, and there's been a motivation for others to create a revenue stream. So short term and long term rentals have been occurring, and we've decided to formalize it with one specific property at first, and outfitting it for short-term vacation rentals, incorporating the reservation process and into our system at our boutique hotel that has a reservation system that can tie into a lot of online and digital marketing and check in, check out, cleaning services, all taken care of for our owners. And I think it's exciting for us to be able to offer that to our existing owners and any of our new prospects that come in that may want a revenue stream from the home that we built for them. And that'll coincide and go across the line to all of our International Land Alliance projects, like everything else we do.
Well, very good. In addition, the company also announced that it expected to close the acquisition of the remaining 75% of Rancho Costa Verde Development, LLC, by November 3rd of this year, which is another major move for your organization. Can you tell us a bit more about that acquisition and the RCV development?
Yes. It was planned for November 3rd. It's moved on to right about like next week, which is second week in December. Attorneys are going back and forth with the fine tuning details there, but it's happening, and it's exciting for both companies. One for International Land Alliance, only owning 25% of Rancho Costa Verde does not allow them to actually show and display the revenue to the naked eye on our profit and loss statements. So it's kind of buried in the comments, and while there's a lot of sales activity, it shows up on the balance sheet, as a balance sheet item. So they'll be able to recognize the revenue from Rancho Costa Verde, and it'll be right there for everybody to see. And that's a benefit to ILA because revenue is very important for our shareholders to actually see. When we do press releases and announce we did so many sales this weekend and construction and everything, and then it doesn't show up to the naked eye on the P&L, it's not always a good thing because people don't understand that. The other thing that is a huge benefit to ILA is that not only does it get to acquire a development that's been in existence for 14 years with a lot of momentum, 1,000 home site owners that we have homes to build for the next indefinitely. We'll be building custom homes there, and we have a process and just proprietary knowledge of road companies, construction companies that we already have relationships with. We bring that along. As well as the most important thing is our entire sales and marketing process and all of our sales people that, close between 50 and 100 salespeople, and a process that is ready to be deployed at all of the other International Land Alliance developments.
Oh, wow. It's incredible. Now, in September, you announced a 50% growth projection with your new finance division after a strong open house at your Rancho Costa Verde development on Sunday, September 25th of this year. The RCV team sold 10 residential lot sales for gross sales of $400,000 and accepted 6 new contracts, which is in excess of $750,000 in gross construction revenue. That news seemed to coincide with the launch of your new $5 million Reg D 506C offering for a new mortgage division. Can you expand a bit on the impact of the new mortgage division combined with the sales recently and increased growth projection?
Yes. One of the things in Mexico for U.S. citizens, financing unfinished homes and construction financing has not existed. So that is where we're going to see most of our projected growth is in because we do offer financing on our home site sales internally, but we don't on our construction or finished home sales. So imagine if everybody has to pay cash for a home, we're missing out on some of the market. And our projections are based on additional new home sales and construction of our custom homes with the ability to offer financing.
Okay,
very good. That's exciting. Very exciting.
Indeed it is. What do you feel is the current biggest problem and market opportunity, so both ends of the spectrum, in international land investment and development that International Land Alliance is working to address?
Well, I think the biggest problem that we've experienced is the lack of financing that we just discussed. And with that coming on board across the International Land Alliance real estate developments, if we address that problem and are able to offer financing like we're doing, I think we've overcome that hurdle there. And it should just equate to many more sales across the board.
Okay, very good. And in terms of Baja California, how are things development-wise as a whole? Is there anything new or exciting that investors can look forward to, say, in the next 6 to 12 months?
Well, Baja is interesting. It goes through phases. We've been there. We've called it home or second home for over 20 years. And actually, our CEO, Roberto Valdez, calls it his primary residence for his entire life. He's there. So we're very familiar with it, and we see the phases that it goes through. And one thing that we've always well, as we're involved in marketing and selling our projects there's always things on the road coming, like the new highway on the east side of Baja that comes down to our Rancho Costa Verde project in Oasis. That's now completed, and it is connect with the number 1. You could drive all the way down to Cabo from that side of the border. So that's exciting. And then we do see that the towns, we see growth happening, improvements across the board. The town of San Felipe, has received its own municipality as of the beginning of this year, and it's transferred from Ensenada, which was kind of far away from where we were. We were in Ensenada County. Now we're in San Felipe, which the town is just 30 miles away from us, and we're very familiar with the new urban planning department and the mayor there, and all the government employees and officers there. So we're looking forward to things like improved commercial airport coming into that area, and just more improvements of the towns where we're located, San Felipe, Rosarito Beach, those things. So there's if you do get an opportunity to actually speak with some of the government officials and mayors in the cities, they're moving, they're working on lots of things, commercializing airports, like I said, and just improving and attracting foreign investment and making it easier for us to do business there.
Yeah, you
So
can't do
that's what
too
we're
much
looking
without the
forward to, more of the
infrastructure.
same.
Right, right. You can't do too much without the infrastructure.
Yes.
And that sounds like it's improving. Well, you've given us so much to chew on already, but I have to ask you what is next in the pipeline, say in the next 3 to 5 years?
The next 3 to 5 years for International Land Alliance, from what I see, is not to go too horizontal. I see us maybe getting a little bit more vertically integrated, but just concentrating on our existing real estate projects, um, selling and expanding those. There's an awful lot of business and expansion opportunities for the projects that we have. So we don't need, we might look at some other projects, maybe a special boutique beachfront estate development or so. But we have quite a lot of inventory and the ability to expand our existing projects. So that's what I see over the next 3 to 5 years, is getting into, next year, full marketing and sales at all of our projects, and then expansion.
Wonderful. Well, Frank, this has been extremely informative, and I want to thank you so much for joining us. Could you please let the audience know the best place that they can go for additional company information?
Sure. Best places to go are 2 websites. The one is International Land Alliance's website. That's ILA.company. So don't get that confused with .com. It's ILA.company. And then also RanchoCostaVerde.com. And specifically, one of the best areas, first areas to go, so you can kind of see what we're doing, is to go to our video section. And so you could actually see and hear more descriptions about the project and the types of homes that we're building for people there.
Absolutely. Well, that's fantastic. Frank, thank you again for joining us. And thank you all for your time. We look forward to monitoring your company's progress in the future and speaking to you again in the near future. That does it for us. We'll see you again next time.
Thank you. Looking forward to it.